I feel like a lot of people, you know, after it ended with the TV off, boom, and then you kind of sit there, you're like, oh, that wasn't what I was expecting for a halftime. And I feel like that's valid, you know, everyone just processing it in real time. And I think that's a valid, you know, thought to have. But then when you sit with it, I really can respect that he was expected to do something. He has literally 30,000 hits.
Yeah.
He could have done that, and that is what a typical Super Bowl headline performer would do. And he was like, you know what? I want to do it this way. Yeah. I understand like a majority of people might not like it, and he did it anyway. And I have to respect that, you know?
I thought it was great. And before I talk about how great...
Like, well, I loved it.
I loved it for what it was. I do think he should have done, or he could have done bigger songs. Like, it wasn't the best. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, this was the greatest performance. Like, no, it wasn't that. Let me not act like I loved all of the song selection, because I didn't. I loved the story that was told. I didn't care for every single song that he played, but I understand it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would have loved to hear Pull Up, Drank, That Shot, Drank.
That's what people are saying,
Drank.
you know?
You know, like, I would have loved to hear some of the hits. Loyalty, like, 1,000%, right? And then C and Scissor. But before we even get there, I do want to give y'all just a quick history lesson on how people responded to past Super Bowls.
Oh, this is important.
Can I get a refund? Beyonce's NFL halftime show leaves fans furious. This is in 2024.
Wow.
According to AOL. Super Bowl halftime show review. The weekend wasn't great, but it's not all his fault. Rihanna making the FCC work. Oh, shit, they did this. Hold up. I got to do it in the right way. Rihanna making the FCC work. After Super Bowl viewers file 103 complaints. I'm sorry.
Shout out to that editor.
Complaints about what?
But certainly not least, Super Bowl 2024, fans divided over Usher's boring halftime show.
What? That's crazy.
So these are the headlines after some previous performers. So this is in line, again, consistency with how people respond to halftime shows.
And keep playing. Y'all gonna get Nickelback. keep playing. It's gonna be Imaginary Dragons and all of them.
I ain't mad at Nickelback.
You guys think
like
next year after this, you guys think next year they're gonna like be like, we absolutely have to have a white Caucasian headliner?
Jay-Z re-upped.
Oh shit! And he's had black headliners for the past like 6 years.
And then we had was the J-Lo Shakira under him?
Yeah, that was him.
I think that he came out the gate. He knew how to get him going.
That was in Miami. I think.
Get him going.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Again, just a reminder: everybody feels however they feel about these halftime Super Bowl shows. Like, I'm not just gonna magnify Kendrick not having the most entertaining or the masses palatable perform. Like, he did what he wanted to do. He sought out what he wanted to do. I think that was great. I think the song selection could have been a lot better. It wasn't the most entertaining. Like, there were moments where it was kind of like a roller coaster, legit. I was really hyped during some songs. And then there was some songs I'm like, all right, turn this TV off. Right? And we don't really need this right now. You got 15 minutes to give us everything you got. But I understood the story. And shout out to my guy.
Who's that?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, facts.
When I see him, I see Don Cheadle. I don't know why.
Wow.
Just black greats.
Yeah, that's a great distinction. No,
that's
good.
Black greatness.
They not the same nigga.
Like Staples.
I said black greatness.
They not the same nigga.
But they great.
They not the same
They
nigga.
both stand for greatness.
And they black.
Okay.
Ah.
They're still not
But
the same.
seeing, like, open it up, like, I thought it was
dope.
It was really dope. Like, the storytelling was dope, but I think the song selection was weak, personally.
Dave Free said that they approach it with more like a cinematic experience approach, like you're watching a movie. And they definitely achieved that.
It felt that way because in a movie, it's ups and downs.
It builds up.
Yeah.
It's not just like typical like hit, like or like a usual thing does. But my favorite moment, and I know there's a lot that goes into this, but I wish I could relive the moment where I saw Serena Williams come on my screen. Like, I can't recall like the last time I was like genuinely surprised like that and be like, oh, like that.
Yeah, they got me.
I know people have their thoughts about like, oh my God, she's married. Why is she freaking trying to get her lick back at Drake still? Like, whatever. Like, I think that's a valid critique, but like, I just seeing her, I got chills. Like I personally loved it that she was there.
Yeah, they got me. I was not expecting.
Yeah, like
that.
there was no speculation or anything. I was genuinely shocked. I remember seeing her. I'll be like, oh my god.
I wasn't too surprised because on the I was about to say
really?
need to know page on the NFL page, she was there. They posted something about her there running across the field.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't put two and two together until I saw her. I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
I wouldn't think that even if I saw like her on her IG story, like, oh, I'm at the Super Bowl, I wouldn't think she would come out with Kendrick. Like,
Yeah.
And there's so much lore that goes into it. I was like, I personally liked it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I think because we hear all these mainstream, like Stephen A. Smith, he had a take on it. I hear the voices with the bigger microphones talk about this, but nobody mentions the fact, yo, she's from Compton.
Yeah.
Like, there we go. Like, the obvious is that she dated Drake.
Of course.
We know. But she's also from Compton.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me every single time I tweet, somebody says or mentions Joe Budden in my mentions.
They do?
Bro, like, it's like, dog, you have this person on your mind.
Yeah.
Now, does it make sense? Do I understand the affiliation? Of course, right?
Wait.
Like, I get it.
They'll send you a tweet and at him?
No, they be like, oh my God, you're Joe Budden Man Jr.
What?
I'm like, dog, I
Joe
just don't
Jr.?
like a song. Like, I express how I feel and I'm honest. And that honesty, it may align sometimes with how Joe might feel. But I don't listen to, like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you thinking about Joe when I tweet?
Because that's the easy way out for a lot of folks that don't keep up with you.
And that's what I felt when I saw everybody saying, oh my God, I see Serena, then I gotta go to Drake. No, this is a moment for Kendrick to represent where he's from, Compton, to have greatness across the board. Now, again, two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
Yes, Serena is getting a lick back that is well deserved because Drake has been poking at her
And her husband.
and her husband for how many years now, right?
Right.
So for her to be on that stage, it makes sense for two reasons. But it's not all about just one person. Could it apply? Sure. But how do we not know that this is just an ode to Compton and greatness?
Let me add to what you're saying here. On her caption, because she uploaded a video from her experience over the Super Bowl weekend, and she writes, when Kendrick Lamar and team called and was like, quote, we've been trying to do something forever. What about this? We loved your Crip walk at the Olympics after you won the gold medal. That did happen at Wimbledon, and she was critiqued for it.
I remember that. I remember
It was like
that.
2011, 2013.
So
I
many
remember
feathers.
that. But like, and again, that goes back to my conversation about culture and the black mindset, right?
That's your ChatGPT.
That's Serena.
Hustle mentality.
I gotta
That's
be
what he
honest.
said.
I gotta be honest.
What's up, P?
You didn't like it?
I think that's half the story.
It is.
If that's a PR. Hey, like let's put this
for
out.
sure.
Like, this is why I did it.
Yeah.
For sure, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
again, it's not like he brought Drake's baby moms out or one
It's
of the
Serena
great-
Williams,
It's
like-
fucking Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes, not just female. It's not gender specific. Like, she's one of the greatest people to ever do anything that's been done in the world.
No bullshit, though.
So for her to
Serena
support
Williams.
in that way, like, yeah, it could be a knock at Drake, but it also could say, oh shit, this is one of the greatest people to ever do what it is that she does at the highest level, representing and being a part of this moment. And I think that's super dope. Like, let's not just always equate it to one person. I think that's a flaw in a lot of the consumers' mentalities. Where it can work both ways. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
And her husband came out and said on X, he said, some of y'all have no idea how criticized Serena was for the same dance at Wimbledon 13 years ago, and it shows. Then he finishes and says, this is bigger than music. So.
Well, I hear him, but he the only one that I know is for Drake.
Wait, what?
When it comes to him, he would like to see her Crip walk for Drake.
For like the motivation was Drake.
Yeah, I guess that was a win in his head, but I do hear him though. She was critiqued, like I said.
I do agree that mainly he wanted her to get back at Drake and support her in doing that.
Just him, though.
But like, I do believe the first part of his message, where I had to watch this lady like really get criticized by the world for doing something that's a part of her culture. I genuinely believe he means that when he types that. But 90% of the reason was like, get Drake's ass.
It could be a triple entendre. Triple entendre.
You know,
bullshit.
there's many reasons why she did this, but I don't know. Just like also the camera work when they panned her and she was looking directly into the camera. I loved
Hating that
it.
shit too, yo. Hating that shit with passion.
And she had on the blue.
Yeah.
She was rapping. She was
I
outside.
I personally liked it. But I don't know. I have like a weird, not a weird, but I don't know if I know how to explain it. But something that was kind of weird to me was after, us, we've been keeping up with the beef for over like pretty much a year now. And hip hop, like lovers everywhere, knew what's going on and like knew why Kendrick was doing what he's doing. But something about like corporations taking sound bites from Kendrick saying like, "Hey Drake," and like for example, like a soda company like getting a bunch of views off of the moment where he was like, "Say Drake." I don't know. People reposting that. Right. I'm like, you have no idea what the fuck is going on. I don't know why. Not that I hated it, but it just like annoyed me a little bit. I was like, you guys have no idea what has been going on, but now you're trying to capitalize off of this. It'll be like, let's say I was beefing with someone and it was like a big long joke on this pod, but then somebody random came in like, yeah, Regina, remember that? Like, I don't know. I was just like, annoyed of that.
This is what happens when you upset people at these big corporations. I saw Apple Music tweet, they not like us. They not like us. Like somebody was writing on the chalkboard of detention.
Right?
The Bart Simpson.
The Bart Simpson detention thing. They not like us. They not like us. I'm like, damn,
remember
that is...
Kamala and I forgot who the other person was in the commercial with her, but they teased Not Like Us in one of her commercials for the presidency.
Yeah. And Drake helped launch Apple Music.
Yeah.